Why is theater education essential to New York City's youth? Um, where do I even begin? Theater education is essential to New York City's youth because it gives them a space to develop a sense of community, a sense of identity, skills like empathy, build their confidence, and to work together and make decisions under pressure. These are all major social emotional skills. So the social emotional benefits of theater education are unparalleled in any other class. Um, I'm going to start by talking about the sense of community that is developed. In my theater classes, students develop such a deep sense of community that I see lifelong friendships formed. This is something that they are not often given the opportunity to do in academic classes, and something that does need modeling and shaping for younger students who haven't necessarily been able to practice forming those kinds of relationships before. This leads to all kinds of positive benefits, such as the trust and empathy that is fostered in the theater classroom means that problems can be solved easily and mediated by peers, by myself, through talk. That students, the trust and empathy created in a theater class means that students feel comfortable expressing themselves, sharing any issues that they might be facing, and listening to one another in a way that helps to resolve them. Whereas they might not feel comfortable going to a guidance counselor that they've never met before. So in this way, the social emotional support of a theater class is hugely important to our students' mental and emotional, social emotional health. The theater class also involves the wider school community in a big way. I put on 2 productions a year in my school that involves 156 current students, but it also pulls in alumni to host the performance, to introduce it. It pulls in parents, grandparents, friends, neighbors to come and see the productions. It also brings the entire school community to volunteer, to build sets on Saturdays, to create costumes, and to spread the word, and to bring in more audience. This is really, really hugely important. The ability to participate in a production is something that students have often not been given before, which leads me to the second thing I want to talk about, which is theater education supports students' sense of identity and their confidence in an unquantifiable way. I have a stack of cards and letters in my office at school from students who have told me how theater class has transformed their lives. I'm going to speak about 3 students in particular in order to give concrete examples. The first student I want to speak about, I'll call them K. So the student K transitioned their gender identity in no small part because of the trust, empathy, and expression that was built in their theater class. That year that I had Kay as a student, we participated in a theater festival where one of the plays that was shared by a participating high school had a student as the main character who was exploring their gender identity, because we were able to see that. And then as a class, we had this openness and ensemble built already. We were able to discuss it in a very open way. Kay felt comfortable coming out for the first time ever to anyone in that circle of peers that they deeply trusted. The next year, Kay pursued the advanced theater class, where they participated in a massive musical production, and they, by the end of the year, felt comfortable coming out to not only our class but the entire school community and home community, and attended senior prom wearing a suit and feeling super confident and super smiley. And they have now gone on to attend a performing arts high school, and where they are organizing for various issues and causes that they align with, and are generally flourishing. And they attribute it in no small part to the confidence and community of their middle school theater class. The second student that I want to talk about is, let's call her B. So when B came to intro theater as a seventh grader, B was very, very shy, painfully shy, and did not want to participate in the production that year. So much so that I had to find a way that was non-performing, not on stage, for B to participate. B played the piano for her seventh grade production. However, the community that B experienced in theater class allowed her to find her voice and find her confidence. And when she came back her eighth grade year, she told me at the beginning of the year, "Miss Blades, I'm ready. I'm ready to be on the stage, and I'm ready to be the star this year." And sure enough, B was like a totally different person in her eighth grade year, and actually gained the skills and confidence to be Macbeth, the title role in Shakespeare's Macbeth, her eighth grade year. And she blew everyone away. Teachers, parents, peers, the whole school community was like, wow, what happened to Brianna? And she also starred as the narrator in a student-written production on the stage at King's Theater, due to our school being accepted in the Brooklyn Borough Arts Festival. So the transformation between early seventh grade to late eighth grade in this one girl was enormous. She's now gone on to found a Shakespeare club at the high school that she attends, and is continuing to write and act, and just is a beaming, confident young lady. The third student that I want to share about, let's call her Kate. So the third student, Kate, that I want to talk about. Kate came to my class, my intro theater class, unsure that she wanted to pursue theater. She'd just been programmed for intro theater. That year, she felt things out. She participated in the short play festival. She also wrote a play that was accepted into a citywide performance of student-written work. And she got to direct and star in it with her peers in her class, and they performed on a stage in Manhattan. Then that year she auditioned for the advanced theater class, and she came back the next year more confident and more assured of herself. And she wrote another play that we performed on our school stage, and she auditioned and was cast as the lead, Molly, in the musical Peter and the Starcatcher. And she blew everyone away with her talent and confidence on that stage. And the confidence spilled over into her other academic classes, where she was speaking up more. She became top of her class. The confidence built in theater also translated to her social and home life. She became way more confident in the hallways with her peers. She was actually voted prom queen at the end of the year. In her home community, she started writing, directing, and performing plays for her church, and organizing things in her home community. And now she has gone on, she was auditioned and was accepted to a performing arts high school, Talent Unlimited, where I basically hear she's running things. She is now organizing the orientation, the virtual orientation for incoming freshmen, as well as facilitating virtual courageous conversations on race for the faculty members there. She's now been trusted by her teachers there to organize incoming tours for the school. She's been a director, a stage manager, and an actor on the stages there. She attributes all of this to her middle school theater class and the opportunities to build a sense of community, a sense of identity, and a sense of confidence there with us at Schuyler in theater class. The final thing I'd like to talk about is just the fact that the practice making decisions, creative decisions, and teamwork under pressure that students get when they participate in performances are also unparalleled in an academic setting. For example, when the spotlight suddenly went out during a production earlier this year, my students had to immediately figure out how to use other lights to make sure that the actors who needed to be seen in that scene could be. And that required really advanced split-second thinking, use of resources, and teamwork. Similarly, if an actor drops a line or a prop is misplaced, that kind of on-your-feet decision-making, working with others, and not freaking out or freezing is something that most adults can't even do. And I'm always so proud of my students at the end of a production for the countless ways that they've demonstrated this. Student demand for theater is always higher than we even have the capacity to reach in our school community. In the last 4 years, we have added 2 advanced classes that we have so many students audition for. We need another theater teacher, honestly. We last year had 156 students participate in productions at our school, and that number has only been growing each year. Our school performances, they're transformative. This is why we need theater education in public schools, and please help us to protect it, increase it, and celebrate it. Thank you.